Good evening, everybody. This is Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. I'm your host, CmdrAleon. Good to have everybody with us. It's a little after midnight. I'm 1 hour late. 1 hour. So, yeah, we're glad to be here. When I finally woke up and realized it was a little bit near midnight or after midnight, I said, you know what, Commander, you're an hour late. So I can't disappoint. But it is late night, and it is Encounters. So welcome. We'll be on here till 1:30 a.m. for an hour and a half. So you'll get a 1 hour and a half. Normally I would be on at 11 till 1. But we'll do an hour and a half tonight. And we're going to have a great show. Kit Kat, welcome to the show. Hey, Kit Kat. Hey, sister. Now, here, get this. I go live. My cat is here. As soon as I go live, you were sleeping, and now you're here live. Do you want to be on the show? Missy's her name. I said, Missy, do you want to be on the show? Missy, do you want to be on the show? What do you want to do? You wake me up, you come in here, and I'm doing a show, and she comes in here and starts meowing. So we'll see what happens. But we're going to do the show, and you can stay around and hang out. We're just talking to our cat. Hey, everyone. Scrubs, good evening. Cheryl Barron, good to have you with us. Hope you're doing well. Sweet tea. I stayed up 30 minutes tonight. So, I'm glad I'm here. Hey, One Toyota, thank you. You folks are beautiful. Even when I'm not here, you're here waiting. I hope you had some apple cider while you were waiting, whoever's waiting. Hey, Linda, good to see you. And we'll have a nice audience tonight. We have no idea who will be here, but we'll definitely have a nice audience. And we had a great show. All the shows are caught up now. Every single show, the last 3 shows, are on my YouTube channel. So if you missed any of the 3 shows, they're on YouTube, on Ashtar Command Spaceship News. When you get a chance anytime during the week, go to my YouTube channel. You can watch all the shows. That means you're going to spend a lot of days sitting there on YouTube watching shows. Or just relax and enjoy. Dogman, FYP, thank you. Housewives Lives Matter. Hey, Housewives Lives Matter, good to see you. And what I'd like to do is talk to folks about what's happening in terms of your own experiences with the extraterrestrial intelligence. I know last night we had over near 400 people watching the show, roughly between 300 to 400 in that area. It's pretty much the average. So we appreciate it. Hey, Chesno, good to see you. Good to see you, my brother. And let's see, Sonja, hello, good to see you. We do have a date. I have a date. We have a date for the Ashtar Command contact program. The beach that we would normally use in August is having a lot of weddings going on. So in August, we're going to do an event. Actually, we're doing with the official event is going to be September 14th in Madison at the beach on the Long Island Sound. I'll be making a video in another day or two. Potentially, we might skip August because it's going to be a full moon. And plus, the place that we want to do it to on the beach is having weddings and other kinds of things going on. But we'll figure that out. We might do an August event at the beach. We have to just see what's happening. We have to figure it out. So we have to make sure that they have like restroom facilities at this beautiful beach, which are usually locked up when we get there. So we're going to try to make it so they keep one of the restroom facilities open for people, because we usually will be there till about 1 o'clock in the morning. Daddy Rich, so the melanated ET, are they going to sit down with Ashtar Command? Can you explain? You mean the melanated ET? What's the melanated ET? Daddy Rich. Melanated ET. Please share and like. We're at 1.3. So when you tap the screen, if everybody taps, we can start getting the ball rolling. On the top corner, it says 1.3 thousand people watching or liking. Actually liking. We need to get up to 100,000 by 1:30 a.m. in the morning. So I know it's a lot of work, but if we all work together, we'll get it up there. So if we start tapping everybody on the screen real quickly, we can start having this go on. Please follow. If you're not following the show, follow us. And I'll set my goals here tonight. We're going to start fresh, and we're going to do 10 of those hats of the mustache. So that's how we're starting out. So there's a lot of people having sightings. I enjoyed our guest last night. Brim was on last night. We had a few other people on sharing stuff. Rob and right, to view more comments. Okay, I'm viewing comments. Swipe left. Okay. I see the comments. So it's telling me to swipe left. I already see the comments. TikTok tells me what to do, and I'm saying, what? I'm already doing that. Yeah, Brim was awesome. Had some great information. Yeah, no, I'm doing good. TikTok is trying to, its algorithm is trying to give me some pointers, as if I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, the algorithms are good to a point, but it's good to be live. Hey, Soulful Sweet, good to have you with us. Good to see you. So, I was pretty much taken out of the body. I was watching the Olympics, International Olympics, and then I just fell asleep. I said, oh, it's 5 minutes before midnight. What time is it? So I turned the TV off, and the Olympic thing was still going on. Hey, sassy little mama. And here we are. But I tell you, I have a lot of energy. So I probably was supposed to, go out of body for a while. 12:80 p.m. Welcome to the show. Michelle, welcome to the show Encounters. This is the #1 spiritual UFO talk show on social media. Yes, it is. Hey, Jody K, good to see you. Sexy Sasquatch, welcome. Lori, welcome to the show. I'm going to invite some people here. I keep forgetting I have the ability to invite people here. So we're going to do that. And hopefully we'll see who's out, who's on there, who's out there, who's up there, wherever they are. I'm just randomly inviting some folks. I just invited 10 or 15 people. If everybody invites 10 or 15 beautiful people that you think would be interested in this type of program, please do. If they're still awake without sleeping, wherever you are around the world, pick 5, 10, or 15 people that you know are interested in the subject on the spiritual UFO topic and invite them to the show. Everyone has somebody they can invite. Okay. Now you need to lay down, whatever you're going to do. I'm not getting up. I'm talking to the cat. Talking to my cat. The picture quality appears lower than usual? Huh. I don't know. Some people say I look pretty good. Matter of fact, it looks like I'm more glowing tonight than anything else. I have the lighting. The lighting is right there where it should be. Alright. So we're going to get started. And people will come in when they come in. So welcome everybody to the... Yeah, I look great. I know. Chesno is right there. Chesno's one of my locals here. So yeah, I know I'm doing good. I'm not lagging. Nothing's happening on the screen. So we're good. We're good. And that's pretty much it. So... so yeah, I'm definitely happy to be here. As long as you like it. Oh yeah, River Blue, we're liking it. Just looks a little snowy. Oh, Eugene, we're gonna get Eugene on here. So Eugene, I think it was last night. What you got to do now is you have enough people to come on. Eugene has some really good information, and he's going to be our first guest. Eugene, what you need to do is press the multi-function guest option on your screen. You'll see a guest option next to hosts. What you have to do is press that, and then it allows me to bring you on live on the show. So on your screen, as you're looking at me, there's an area where it says guest option or multi-guest. Eugene, if you press that, I'll bring you on the program tonight. It'll say multi-guest option. It's all the screens have it. If you have TikTok, all the screens have it. If you have enough followers, you have the ability to go on live. You have to press that option. It's next to the rose and gift area. You don't see it? Huh, that's really weird. Oh, there you are. You got it. He's got it. Let me bring Eugene up here. And I pray that screen does not go dark on me here. So let's move this here. A good thing with the light near us here. Eugene, welcome to the show.
Thanks. Can you hear me fine?
Yeah, you're sounding great. Let's tell us a little bit about your comments. That's for a big audience out here. Can you tell us a little bit of your background and your experience related to the Zeta?
Um, first, I've been married to my wife since we're very young. We were dating since high school.
Oh, wow.
And retired from police work. Been in the military, but I've done a bunch of other jobs too, pest
Great.
control, other things. And my daughter, she's in her late 20s now. She moved down with her husband to Georgia, and when I retired, I moved down here too. My son followed. He's going to be 31 now. Quite a few experiences with a lot of different paranormal things.
Yeah, we stay on the ET stuff just to get to say,
I've had at least 4 different that I can remember with unidentified objects in the sky. And one was when I was in, I believe, my late teens or early 20s. Was at basically I went to like a camp for like a week. It's like a really cool camp with my friend, like a retreat. And let me think. One was with my daughter as we were just traveling back from somewhere, going home. So the first one is, or there's more but I'm unsure of them, so I'm not going to mention them.
Okay.
The first one was, and I didn't even see it at first. It was something that was relayed to us. Apparently, like we're at her parents' house for whatever reason, I forget why. And there's, I think, a call from another friend that there's something weird in the sky. Now, where she lives, the street is shaped like a P, and she was on like the top side of the P. But at the edge of the P, there was this little crossover that goes over a little stream, and you end up. It was like a little shortcut, and you're at the little elementary school that was there. Across from the elementary school, which the road runs up alongside, a monastery, a seminary for a Catholic Church, and it was almost like a castle-like structure with some like almost like Chinese elements into it. So
Yeah.
we're there, we get the call, and we look, and when I look, it's like in the clouds, and it's got a big center light, and it's got stuff kind of like rotating around it. Seminary, some kind of spotlights or something. So of course, my wife always rushes into anything interesting. She jumps in her car, our car. We had this old, like, basically it was a Griswold station wagon. It was a Buick Electra. She drives off, and I'm like, and I'm starting to look at the things, and I'm like, that doesn't look right. So I run over and take that shortcut as and I can see from looking up that they're kind of triangular shaped, but they're they're all there was about like, I don't know, 6 or 7 of them, and they're all intertwining, flying in between each other, um, with a big center light.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the light is shining down from above, so now I know it's not spotlights. And
Right.
the triangle, almost like there was structure that I couldn't see.
Right. Like there was like a solid structure. Did you feel it was like translucent a little bit when I use that word? Like there was a structure there, but it was like half cloaked.
The cloud cover was what was really, um, not letting me see, but it looked like there was light protruding from the craft
Mm-hmm.
that I was only seeing parts of, so I couldn't see what the solid structure was.
Okay.
But I could see the long edges of the two sides, and then I run up there, I see her there, and she's standing looking up, like trying to get caught by a UFO. So now I'm like, all right, let's make sure what this is. Let's go over to seminary because it was right across the street. So we jump in the car, we
Right.
go across, and all of a sudden the whole thing starts moving pretty fast. The whole So if it was like spotlights moving in a center section, it wouldn't move. And we took this station wagon and we drove it as fast as we could north to keep up with this thing.
Wow.
And I mean, it moved, it was gone, and all of a sudden, clear skies, and stars, and we were
Wow.
like, it was crazy because the car was very fast anyway, but there was no way. It was just the whole cloud system and everything went with it.
Yeah.
When we got back
That's
to the house, the weird thing was the Weather Channel was on, and they mentioned there was just some weird cloud system that kind of was moving through our area, but it's gone now. And we're
hmm.
like, that's crazy. Whew. So I'm 51 now, and I was probably like 20. So it's got to be
Okay.
like
20 years
30
old.
years ago.
Yeah. Yeah. And you still
And to
remember
tell
it,
you
do you?
that the Hudson Valley has a lot of UFO sightings.
Yeah. We were up at Hudson Valley, Pine Bush, New York,
Yep.
many years ago.
Yep.
I went up there on my. I went up alone. I came from Connecticut. I just took a trip up there late at night for no reason at all, and unfortunately, I didn't have any experiences. I parked on a corner street. It's a very Pine Bush is a, but it was dark out late at night. I parked the car as clear as a bell. I saw absolutely nothing, and I was like disappointed. But I've had a lot of experiences, but that was the only time I went all the way up there. And I know that Hudson River Valley has a lot of activity. And at that point, that was in the late '80s, I think. And
Yeah.
yeah, I heard so much activity about Pine Bush. I knew people that lived up there that were actively having encounters with unknown objects.
Right. I'll go with the next one that's in this the in that was actually in that area. Um,
Hmm.
now you only been there once, but there's a city and a town called Newburgh. So
Hmm.
coming as you come off the bridge, um, if you get off the highway, and you cross over Route 9A, you're on 300 and it's heading west.
Yes.
So 300 then becomes 208.
Hmm.
So that's where I go home because I lived in Wallkill, which is a few towns over from Pine Bush.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
so we're going up and we're driving, and this is like when we noticed it. This was at an intersection between. This is when 300 comes and meets up with 208. 300 actually ends at that point.
Okay.
Uh, and but it's a gas station and like another store and a restaurant, so it's a well lit area. And this is like it's evening, but it's early in the evening. There's a lot of people out and everything.
Right.
So we see a light up ahead of us. Now we have a local airport that's not that far away, plus we have Stewart Air Force Base. So I'm thinking, it's a light that's like right coming towards us. It looks like a spotlight. So I'm like, oh man,
Hmm.
and I'm looking at my daughter. I'm going, oh, maybe that's a helicopter or like a low flying
Right.
airplane.
Right. Exactly.
So, but it got really bright and it was like right above us. And as we're going through, and I don't hear anything, and we're kind of looking at it, and it doesn't look right. And
Hmm.
and then it kind of just started backing up from us as we're
Hmm.
going. So I'm like, it should be passing over us because it started coming towards us, but it never passed over us.
Right. Right.
So as we're going up the hills and valleys, there's this one turn. There's a big fire tower, and it takes a big turn at that point, and you can go down. As you go down that hill, you can have a really good view of the Shawangunk Valley.
Oh,
Right
okay.
before
Interesting.
that view, we
Hmm.
see the thing out to the left of us, and it's over the ridge that's right there, and you can see it's got a beam of light going straight down. Right?
Wow. A beam of light. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little cone, but it's a beam of light, and it has some
Hmm.
other colors with it, but um, not much that I noticed then. But I noticed it had some structure, but I really couldn't make out what it was. Then all of a
Hmm.
sudden, the whole thing, it goes over. It wasn't like it was the quick move like other UFOs. It was just too quick to be a regular aircraft. It was
Right.
just like all of a sudden it went over us, and then it was heading out across the valley, and we drove out, and we're like, it's starting to rotate, and it's starting to have different colors. But the thing
Oh,
I
wow.
noticed was that out ahead of it was three lights in a triangle that were
Really?
rotating in different colors. I actually made I don't know if it was MUFON or I made a report on one of the things I had wrote down
Hmm.
into detail. I actually used to have video. I don't know what I do with it. It might be on an old.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
Yeah. I was going to
and
ask
I
if you had any
zoomed
video.
in
Yeah.
on it, and it looked like it went to that point in space to go through whatever that was,
Hmm.
and then it was gone.
And there was these other lights. Were they? Did they? Were they like sort of like how like there might have been other spaceships with beings that
It,
are
it
intelligent
almost
life
it
that's in these
almost seemed
ships?
like to me like they were like beacons, like three beacons showing like, hey, this
Hmm.
is your next, because they just look like rotating colored
Hmm.
orbs.
Hmm.
You know,
And if they were to land, one of them, or this thing was to land, how big would you like? And again, I don't expect you to know this, but
I
how
would
big would you
the
say?
size of the thing itself. I'd put it because it had a kind of a weird shape. Almost, I would say it would be like the size of a like a large military helicopter.
Okay, well, it's not too big, but that's large. I mean,
Right.
but not as big
Right.
as like one of those big, massive
And
UFOs.
it moved fast, so I didn't really get a good look at the structure, but I could see the
Yeah,
lights coming
yeah.
off of it, and I could see that it rotated, which was a
Hmm.
weird thing for any aircraft to be doing while it's
Right,
flying.
right,
Once you see the lights start rotating, you're like, okay, that's not a helicopter. What aircraft is gonna,
right.
start
Rotate.
rotating like that?
And most Earth-based conventional vehicles, be it a military helicopter, I've seen unmarked helicopters over the years in Connecticut and those kind of things, and just conventional aircraft. They wouldn't be doing that, and they wouldn't be changing and turning into multicolored lights. That's something you wouldn't see.
And
But
the
go
color of
ahead.
the lights were like a blue, a red, and a yellowish. So that
Interesting. That's very
Yeah, so
interesting.
there was no green, so usually that's on military and sometimes on civilian, but the colors just were the right
Yeah,
colors,
yeah,
and the way they
yeah.
were shining too was kind of off.
And that was in the
Uh,
Hudson River Valley because I'm familiar with that area being in Connecticut.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
wow.
yeah, and then the next place I'm trying to remember the name of it, Lake Champion.
Where's
As a
that?
That is shoot. I believe it's west near the. I'm not. I know it's in the mountains. It might be like near the Cats. I just don't remember exactly
Okay,
where.
that's okay. But it was
It
in New
might
York
actually
State,
be near
upstate.
near the Pennsylvania border. I
Okay.
can't remember. I know
No,
it's
that's
near,
all
like
right.
it goes up this very it's one of the most beautiful like curvy roads along a mountainside, and when you
Mm-hmm.
go up, part of it's called Eagle's Nest.
Eagles Nest. Okay.
So
Interesting.
so Lake Champion is like a summer camp type of thing, but they have like retreats in like fall and winter. So
Mm-hmm.
and I used to go to them because I lived in the area. So I invited my friend to go to it with me.
Oh,
And
good.
late at night, we're smoking a cigar, and we're looking up, and there's other people milling about still, not too many. There's probably like 200 people, 300 people staying at this thing that night. So there's like
Yeah.
the lake is it kind of corners out to a little waterfall where there's a little covered bridge, and then there's like a meeting hall right there, and then
Yeah.
there's big dorms on the right, and then towards the left there's other things, but it's a nice little thing. So from the other side of the lake where it's darker, we're looking up at the stars, and I'm looking and I'm like, I'm seeing a constellation I never seen before. The whole constellation starts moving.
Really?
Yeah, I mean it's like that's what it looked like. It looked like a constellation started moving, and he saw it too. We both looked at each other and we just ran back to our thing. I never stayed to see what anything else was about. Because
Wow.
you're out there in the woods as it is in the middle of like nowhere. So you know, you're already kind of antsy about it.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And that was in
That's all
in
I
the
got for that one.
yeah.
It just a whole kind of thing just moved all at once.
Hmm. You mentioned, Eugene, that you were in Iraq and you had a UFO sighting over there. Am I correct?
Yes, and the thing
Can you
is, you
tell?
can actually somebody else had filmed something exactly like what I saw, so you can actually just go look it up and see it.
Yeah. Tell us about the Iraq UFO sighting.
Iraq is full of weirdness in itself. So I'm in the Sunni Triangle, which is right near Balad, Iraq,
Yeah.
and uh, I'm on my OP post, which is on top of one of the bunkers. There used to be an old ammo bunker area that we made into a base there, and it's a side road that goes off the main road, and it cuts sharply up towards the north, towards a bigger base called the Balad Air Base. Ours
Hmm.
was just like a little fob. And the thing is, at night, sometimes when you're up there and you look through your nods or your night vision, you'd see these spires that you can only see through night vision.
Okay.
And the only way I can explain it is they're just like lit spires that kind of uh, they're kind of like a light that from the middle they spire up and then out like at 4 points.
Okay.
Two
Wow.
points. Yeah, and it's all in green, so that's what I see. But like if you took the
Hmm.
nods off, you don't see it at all.
Hmm.
Um, that was weird. There's things I saw during even combat that I have no idea what it was. We
Hmm.
had one where we came across some IEDs, and we were traveling out to follow the electric line because they just had it to a battery. Basically, they put like a little bit of C4 and a blasting cap. They put it in the front of an artillery piece,
Hmm.
staggered out, and then they just run a wire back to a car battery.
Okay.
So this was like there was a patch where there wasn't woods, and then there was a patch of woods, and the batteries behind the back of woods. So we came back kind of from looking there, and as we did that, I think they were trying to get our attention away from something because they kind of like shot the air, and our other
Yeah.
jeeps started going. So we took up a defensive position, and I looked
Hmm.
up real quick, and all I saw was like these poofs of like fire, and they looked
Huh.
squarish, and they were puffing, in a row and moving erratically.
Hmm. How low were they? Were they pretty low or pretty high up in the sky?
No, if I were to guess, I mean I could see it in my head.
Yeah.
Uh, a couple, I would say probably like anywhere between like 3 and 5,000 feet up.
Yeah, it's still pretty low. That's pretty
Yeah, yeah.
close.
But they were like fireballs, almost like something was pulsing along. But it
Yeah.
like looped on itself and then moved around, and then I had to kind of like catch myself and focus on the firefight.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, of course.
yeah, it
When
was
you say
strange.
fire, when you say fireballs, Eugene, and you're watching Encounters, everybody, this is the late night #1 spiritual UFO talk show on social media. If you're not here on this show right now, if you're not even here, you got to be here. All right. But and
Okay.
so you're in Iraq and you see these fiery objects, like fireball objects, which is also part of the whole UFO phenomena. And I actually, when I was a kid, I can relate to what you're saying about these fiery objects. I used to get up at like 2 and 3 in the morning, and I lived in Plainview as a kid in Long Island, and I'm in New England for most of my life. But I got up and I'd see these a fireball greenish spaceship object going through the night sky, and I would see it go from the industrial park, which is all the way up from where I lived. I had to go. You had to go up a hill. There was a fenced area where the park was, and then you can climb over the fence. But there was a main road, down another road that would take you to the entrance to the industrial area. And so I would see this like fiery green object that was going right over the sky. I said, "That's really weird." And I would see those every once in a while. I'd get up exactly at that time, 2:30 in the morning, look out the window, and over the night sky, I'd see the fiery object. It was like pretty big, and so when you mentioned in Iraq that you saw these fire objects, those have been actually documented. Those are another type of UFO phenomena
I
that are
didn't even
some
know
sort of a
that.
ship. Yeah, yeah, they do exist. They're like spaceships, but they have a fiery kind of thing to them.
Like a propulsion.
Yeah, I don't know if it's propulsion, but they have this aura of having like a flame or fire, and then they're just like a circular orb, like really big, and that's what I would see, and they go right across the night sky, like 2 or 3 in the morning.
Hmm. Yeah, this was late at night.
Yeah, yep.
And then also there would be like, I remember one time said that they had Overwatch on us.
Hmm.
Um, and I knew that it was above us. I saw the green light and one other blinking light. But I saw new tech there,
Yeah.
never seen before.
Hmm.
And that thing didn't make a sound.
Wow.
So we got stuff that, people don't even realize we have. I mean, I saw
Oh yeah.
all kinds. There's one story. There's if you go um, west of the city of Balad, you can find these bunkers that almost look like SWAT stickers. Or crosses. They're
Hmm.
they're huge bunkers, and they look like when you get in front of them, they almost look like pyramids. They're so tall.
Wow.
So they had us go out to these, and the reason why is because there was, say, weapons caches there. Come to find out, there was weapons of mass destruction in them.
Hmm.
We drive our Jeep on top of one of these, and we're taking Overwatch. I watch a helicopter land, and the two of them, and there's guys that come out of there that are like from every nation carrying shit. I don't even know what it is. It looks like
Hmm.
it's from, literally looks like, like equipment and stuff that I've just never seen before.
Hmm.
It's
Now, when you
something
say
that
equipment from every nation, when you say every nation, were these civilians or were these
these
military
were
people?
military guys that all had different uniforms, different patches from different countries, and
Really?
different PPE. Like one guy had a full suit, one guy had a half suit of full protective gear.
Hmm.
And they were just carrying like boxes of like carry on like Pelican cases,
Yeah, yeah.
and some of them had stuff on their back that I didn't understand, and then one guy was carrying something that looked like a metal detector, but it had way more stuff on it than a metal detector would have.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um,
Now, do you
they
think they
went
were?
in.
Go
And I
ahead.
went in with some of our other guys, and they were there for a while. And I'm so glad I didn't go in with them because they said there's so much stuff there that they can't remove it. So they ended up blowing the entrance just so nobody else can get to it. They said there's
Really?
so much around the country. Oh yeah, yeah. There were. I don't know if you're familiar with the Foxbat Russian jet. It's like a MiG 25.
I've heard
It's
of MiGs,
very
but I don't know
fast. It's
anything about that.
interceptor.
Yeah.
So there was two of them buried at the air base of the street that were set up for remote control with spray nozzles on them. So
Mm-hmm.
basically, these jets that can almost reach Mach 4 would have traveled over to, like, say, Israel, and they would have sprayed chemical or biological weapons,
Right.
which were all in these huge bunkers.
Okay. So the bunkers had conventional biological weapons to be used against other nations or whatever during that period, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
yeah, there was a lot of weird occurrences there, just
Hmm.
strange stuff, and you never knew what it was.
I heard stories in Iraq about the real reason we were over there. If you take it to an extraterrestrial historical point of view, there were ancient structures over in Iraq that were being destroyed so nobody would find them that have relationships to the stars. Did you have any stories when you were over there about
I'm
that?
gonna tell you this, and I was amazed by this. We had a mission over to Samara, and the city of Samara is separate from the original city.
Hmm.
When you go by the old city, the walls are still standing, and they're huge. The
Hmm.
old city of Samara still stands there, and these pillars are like, geez, they're huge. Um, these walls must have been like at least. I want to get this right. They look like they were tall
Hmm.
and wide. I'm trying to think of it exactly. I would say at least 40 to 60 feet tall.
Wow. Did they remind you of the whole Egyptian thing with the pyramids? Did you think that these were as ancient as the pyramid structures in Egypt?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And they had like every so many feet, they had these huge pillared like structures, like every so many feet. Like there would be like in a castle, but it was just like a pillar.
Yeah.
And it was just solid. There was nothing on it. There are some old structures there. They're so old that they like melted down into nothing.
Hmm.
Because they've just been there so long. So they
Mm.
end up just being like. So you wonder what's below it.
Right. You
There's
got to
so much
wonder.
archaeology that nobody knows about there.
Hmm.
Because it's not safe to go and get it.
Right. Was some of it during your
It's
time,
huge. It's absolutely
Nigeria?
huge.
I mean, I heard that we went in there not so much for, well, yeah, the cover was the whole thing with the surface thing. Cover story was the war, but I heard there were operations there from people I know that dealt with destroying some ancient structures that had relationships to the whole ancient ET area and also the ancient structures
I tell
similar
you,
to what.
millions of dollars went into contractors.
Mhm.
Millions of dollars went into contractors. They sent money to rebuild so much. There is a lot of money. It wasn't in like the war stuff. It was in like the private contractors that went in there and built shit. They got paid a lot of money.
Mhm.
I mean,
Wow.
these guys, these so they would pay private contractors to come in there and drive the trucks, and then
Mhm.
they would pay Blackwater to be the security for them. But
Mhm.
for that guy to drive for say 6 months, he'd
Mhm.
get paid like $200,000. A guy who
Wow.
was an electrician who just went 4 miles down the street to go from his base to our base was paid like $400,000 to be there just to do that, just to do
Right.
electronic work in his base and our base.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Well,
So
amazing.
and they were probably billing for him a million.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you've had some extraordinary stories, and well, each story told is different. And of course, with Iraq, I'd ask you about that because there's a lot of UFO activity and historical ancient structures. I've studied the Iraq area regarding ETs and the ancient structures, and there are ancient archaeological sites that have some relationship to the whole extraterrestrial origin.
I completely believe that Antarctica is a very kept secret thing, because I remember
Mm-hmm.
years ago on Google Earth, I could see that I used to look at it and used to find like things that look like ruins,
Mm-hmm.
and a wall that was ran very straight for several miles. And now you can't even look at any of that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't find it anymore. And definitely along the coastlines, there was definitely things that look like ruins. You
Yeah.
know, and now you can't use Google Earth to find anything in Antarctica. They just give you a
Yeah.
very basic view, and it annoys me. I should have made copies, but it is what it is. But
And
there's
but
definitely
there are things being leaked out about Antarctica. My friend April, she is a contactee, and if you watched my show before, she has gone on. She's in northern Vermont. They went over Antarctica, and and I knew this straight out that these people that are talking about a wall, there really isn't a wall separating anything. It's just a matter of there's a zone over Antarctica that a number of international countries have agreed to. It's a no-fly zone, and the reason why it's a no-fly zone is because there is stuff going on over there, and there's also all kinds of weird. There's a lot of crazy stuff happening over there. Matter of fact, our government is working with negative ETs. They set up a base for reptilians in Antarctica. They set up a dome structure for them. They set it up so they can do anything they want. There's a whole story behind that. There is also ancient structures before that was done, because Antarctica is a big place. So there's a lot of different things going on relative to ancient structures and also to current ET activity with our government. When I say our government, I'm talking about our top secret level of our government or governments that are working with negative ETs over in Antarctica. But it's very interesting. There's a lot of stuff happening up there.
yeah. I mean, when you get all the governments to agree not to do anything in Antarctica, when they're places like Russia is always looking for new oil, and you have a whole continent of whatever mineral resources might be there, and everyone's agreed not to take from there, is a bunch of buckus to me.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of layers of top secret things the government doesn't tell people. But we're pretty smart people. When I say that, people that watch my show are pretty, right there with things. We know what the cover up is in Antarctica. There's a not only there's a multitude of things. There's the ancient structures. There's negative ET bases, what our government that has been set up over there. Um, and recently, my friend April talked about that when they had an Ashtar ship go over the area. They know what's going on over there. There's also ancient structures and entrances in Antarctica which take you into the inner Earth. That's another thing. That's a whole nother layer of the subject that they don't want people to know too. There's also, if one were to see the original photos of the Earth showing Antarctica, there's actually an entrance into the inner Earth in Antarctica. You have your North Pole, your South Pole. There's these entrances. They can't shut the entrances down because they've been there for millions of years. So there is an entrance into what you call the Agartha network. But in Antarctica alone, some people say, well, everything looks different. If they get into the Antarctica, where it takes them into the other side of what is the atmosphere, they're saying that there's trees. It's different. It's like a tropical climate, and this is in Antarctica. What you see is, the snow and everything, but there's something else also going on in Antarctica that most of humanity doesn't even know about.
I know there's something going on there.
Yeah. Well, Eugene, it's been a pleasure having you up here. You had some great things to share with us. And if you do see anything down when you're down south, let us know about it too. We'd love to have you back on.
My God, it's so normal and boring down here because I had all other kind of things happen up there that could
Yeah.
be, yeah. So I'm glad it's boring here.
It won't be boring for long. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on around the planet. So keep your eyes to the skies. I
Yeah,
know you
like
will.
I'm close to the sub base and not
Mhm.
far from Mayport and not far from where the Tic Tacs were. So
Yeah.
Cross my fingers.
Oh yeah. Oh, you'll have things happen. You're aware. You know you've been there. You've experienced it. You'll know what to look for. So you're in
Yeah.
good shape yourself. So hey Eugene, thanks for
I,
coming on here,
I
man.
could
We
see the
appreciate it.
rockets go off every time they launch them.
Oh yeah. Well, you are. Yeah. Probably you could. Yeah.
Yeah.
Without a question. All right, everybody. Eugene was my
All right.
first guest tonight. I want to thank Eugene for sharing some great stories, and we're glad to have you as a viewer of the show.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, we're going to bring Eugene down slowly, and you're watching Encounters. This is the late night popular UFO talk show, spiritual talk show. I'm your host, CmdrAleon. Welcome to the late night. If you're here, that's great. If you're not awake, wake up, get on here, watch the show. What are you doing sleeping? And that's supposed to be sleeping at 12:50 a.m. in the morning, East Coast. I want people to get out of bed, wake up, and watch the show. Turn your phone on to TikTok. There you go. Hey, Jess Parker, good to see you, and everybody else coming in here. So there's a lot happening, and I know April talked about it on her live the other night. And we've talked about it briefly about what happened in the ocean with the negative ET technology that was used in an area where there was life and everything, and mer people and space people living in the oceans, and how, hey Glenn, good to see you. How our negative government, well, hand in hand, our negative government with negative ETs, they use a laser beam technology on the surface in the depths of our oceans. I don't know specifically where this was done, but it was done recently in the last month. They did capture and stop them from doing what they were doing, but a lot of people died. A lot of life forms died in this area of the ocean, and the command is replenishing what was destroyed. So it's a beautiful thing that the command can replenish what was destroyed on the bottom of the ocean area, and it's almost destroyed. It was in the oceans beyond where Vermont is. Now she was on a ship. She lives in Vermont. She went on the ship and was with them when it happened, when they were going there, and their command is now doing a lot of work. Hey, yeah, doing a lot of work to replenish the areas that were destroyed with these laser weapons in the ocean. Oh, Eugene, my pleasure. My pleasure having you on here. So that's what the command is doing right now. Our space family are in the oceans replenishing areas that were that the negative ETs with the government were trying to wipe out. And a lot of people died. A lot of people got hurt, got sick, died. And most people in the surface world don't know about this. You're not going to hear about this on CNN, but again, thank God April had the information, and she was able to share it on her live, and she shared it on our Saturday night programming regarding that. So it's really important that people understand we have a planet with a government, with a secret government operating with negative ETs, trying to do things that are not really very good. Well, they're not good at all, actually. I remember Montauk. I think it's Angelos Angel. Yeah. So yeah, they've done this, and people need to know it. And they only was in some lasers that hit Maui with, unfortunately, Vaughn. Possibly, yeah. That's possible. But these lasers were given to our secret government by the negative ETs, and they were involved with their negative ETs were involved very much so the last few weeks ago in the depths of our oceans in this one area where people got sick, people died, beings died, mer people died. Yeah, I think it was man-made with the reverse technology from the ETs, the negative ETs. So people need to be outraged about this. Still outraged about what happened. This should have never happened. A lack of respect for all life on our planet, in our oceans. There's a lack of respect by our government and also with the negative ETs. Yeah, and the medbeds and the rescue lamb. Yes, we will be seeing that eventually happen as well. And I'm one that is about exposure, about truth, And if the government works against the positive people, the space people, and the mer people, we're going to expose what they're doing to what they have done recently to those people. You know. So for people that are like asleep and believe that everything is kosher and our governments are telling the truth, wake up. Just wake up, because you have no idea what your government's doing to the ones that are living in our oceans. And if you think there's only fish, little fishies in our oceans, like saltwater fish, then you're sleeping. And I'm going to shake your belief system right now. You are sleeping, you know, because it's happening. That's what they're trying to do. Last ditch effort, it's happening. So if you're coming across my TikTok saying, what's he talking about? Laser weapons being used against intelligent life forms in our oceans. That's not possible. There's nothing going on. Then you're asleep. And I will shake you up. I will. I plan on it. I got to do it. That's part of my mission. To wake people up that have been kind of like walking around every day doing the same thing and not even knowing and watching Good Morning America, which never, ever will have the information to tell you, oh, by the way, this is Good Morning America. And we just got a report that a laser was used against people living in the oceans and mer people. Now, the day that Good Morning America goes on live telling you that, I'll eat my hat. It's never going to happen. Or CNN or NBC. They're not going to talk about this stuff. You know it. I know it. But I will. In my professionalism as a broadcaster, I have to. Because I'm awakened, I have to. Because I care about this planet, I have to. Because I care about all life forms on this planet, I have to. And I won't stop. And then whenever I know what's going on, I'm going to share it here. Because you need to know that these things are going on. You need to know this. All right? And there's somebody else, let's see. Nate something. Nate, can you give me a comment? I see Nate wants to come on live. Nate, can you tell us what you want to speak about? Hey, Nate, good evening. Nate, I definitely see you want to come on live. Can you tell us your what you want to speak about? So before I bring it up, I can sort of like have a background idea. That'd be great if you can do that. Nate might just, do they read our minds? The space people? Not really. I mean, if you're connected with a space group, like if you're connected with certain space beings, like for me, I'm connected with my space family. We're telepathically able to communicate, but they don't read minds. They wouldn't be doing that, no. Even if they could, they wouldn't be doing that. But it's what's going on. There's a lot happening. There's an there's a final kind of battle, an intergalactic battle going on. The negative ETs have controlled this planet for millions of years. Not completely, because you have Atlantis, Lemuria, the land of Mu, and other ancient civilizations that existed that were very advanced. And then you have the Garther network, which is the inner Earth, and those civilizations are constantly living. They have their own atmosphere, they have their own sun, and that's in what we call the Garther network. But a lot of these space people and mer people live in the depths of our oceans. All right, there are actually advanced cities in our oceans that you don't even know about that exist in the very deep areas, remote areas of our oceans. How can we protect ourselves from negative ETs? Great question. So the way to do that is really, if you've never had a negative ET experience, that's a good thing. I would say meditate, connect with Christ consciousness, or what they call cosmic Christ consciousness. If you're able to do that, thank you for all the gifts, Catherine. I appreciate the heart. If you do a focused meditation and just focus on being the best person you can be, you should have no negative encounters. And a lot of the negative ET encounters are lessening than they were 30 years ago. River Blue to horror. A lot of those encounters are lessening, so you're actually able to just keep walking that path of light. And if you don't have any negative ET counters, you probably won't have that situation occur. Swisher H. House. Swisher H. House, can you tell me what you want to bring up to the table? Thank you for this follow. Swisher H. House. What would you like to talk about? Swisher H. House. Is it my cue here? The plasma beings, Deborah. Hey, Deborah. The plasma beings are at a very high level of consciousness, so they wouldn't be the ones involved in any of this. The reptilians are, and some other beings. Do you have any information about the Lion Gate portal coming up? No, I don't have. I haven't heard anything about that. Hey, Sweet Pea, it's good to see you. And we're going to be on here till about 1:30 for 30 more minutes. We got on here a little bit late, about almost an hour late. And if you have a story to share, please let me know. The way that works is when we interview people, you have to be over 18, no kids on the show, no smoking, no vaping, no drugs, no drinking, and no paranormal discussion, and that kind of thing. So welcome to our Encounter Show, the #1 spiritual UFO talk show on social media. Glad to have you with us. And please follow and please tap the button or tap the screen. On the top corner, you see we're at 37.8. We are going to try in 30 minutes to get to 100,000 followers. Can we do it? If everybody taps, I believe we can. And the only way those numbers go up is if you tap my screen and it'll create a heart. So once you tap it, just test your finger on the screen, you'll see a heart pop up. That's how the numbers go up. So you have to keep tapping the screen to help the numbers go up. Okay? Nora Zora, thank you for the lightning bolt. We appreciate it. Lorena says, I have encountered 6 species. Lorena, we're going to try to bring you up. Lorena, I'd love to have you up here. You've encountered 6 species. This should be interesting. Lorena Simon has encountered 6 species.
Yes,
Good evening.
I have.
Good morning. Well,
Good
welcome to
morning.
the show. Good morning.
Thank
It
you.
is a good morning. Oh, you're welcome.
Yes.
Whereabouts are you? Where are you located?
I'm in Nevada.
Okay, yep, that's an area for years that's had activities. So tell us
Yes.
about your background and when things started happening for our audience.
I'm a clairvoyant. I've done radio and television around the world for the last 40 years.
Okay.
But my first encounter actually was when I was around 9 years old. I had a Palladian encounter in my bedroom.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah, she came to me, long, beautiful blonde hair. It was actually really white. Long gown, but I couldn't understand her. But after she got through, it really hurt my head. And it was so loud in my ears, and the room was so bright. And after that, though, I could actually hear them. I could hear the telepathic connections, and I've been able to ever since.
And that was with the Palladian, correct?
Correct. That was.
So now I'm going to focus on that because I know you have a lot to talk about here. So with the Palladians, and this is, you were living in Nevada when this contact happened?
No, actually, I was living in Oregon.
Oregon, okay.
Yeah, Oregon. They've made it very clear, no matter where I go, they'll be able to find me, and they have.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter where I move, and it doesn't matter what species, they've all been able to find me.
Wow.
It's really bizarre. It scares the hell out of me at times.
Yeah, well, it shouldn't be too scared. The Palladians are good. So with the
Yeah,
Palladian,
no, they're good.
now when you have contact with the Palladian, did you ever get to meet them or go on their ship? What happened with that?
No, I didn't get to go on their ship. Actually, what they did is they tuned my brain into where I could actually understand, hear them, and actually I could see. I could
Wow.
see spirits very clearly. Um, oh my gosh, my telepathic abilities, my um, I could see the future much clearer. I could
Hmm.
see things coming to pass. It's my psychic ability is kicked in really well,
Wow.
but because of my mother's negativity and
Hmm.
constantly downplay, that made me turn it off.
Right.
She made it very clear that she didn't know how to help me, so it was easier to turn it off into a negative, turn it into a negative so she didn't have to deal with it, is what she told me
Yeah.
later
Now
in
that
years.
that was when you were so when you were young, like younger. Your mother really didn't want to
Correct.
have anything to do with it. She was like, "Don't
Correct.
this, you're not going to do this." So when you
Yep.
got older, were you able to rekindle that understanding?
Yes, absolutely. And as I did, well, and then a lot of negativity came into play as well. So I was dealing with negative spirits, positive spirits, both.
Yeah.
So, because they're always attracted to the light. And when you
Yeah.
have that much energy flowing through you, and yeah, they like to suck it right out of you.
Yeah. And we do stay away from the paranormal, but I do understand. On the
Yes.
second thing, tell us about some of the other ET connections that you had, the other
I've had
species.
encounters with the gray.
Hmm.
That was not a positive experience at all. There were five of
And
them that took me out of
and
the house.
okay, now did that happen after the Palladian thing?
Yes, that's when I was older. Yes, they
And how did
carried
the
me.
how
Go
did
ahead.
Zeta find you, by the way?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I absolutely have no clue, but the Darklings found me. I call them the Darklings because they actually, and I've drawn them out. I've done drawings of them, of
Hmm.
the other two.
Hmm.
Um, but the Darklings, it's actually pretty funny that I was in Arizona, in Mirage, Arizona at the time. My father also, when he was alive, actually saw one of them on the roof.
Hmm.
That man, I've never seen him move so fast to try
Right.
and
Just running.
see one of them again.
What
Um,
did those ETs, what you call the Darklings? I never heard of that. What did they look like?
they were completely black. They had very long skulls. Um, it reminded me of the movie of the Indiana Jones.
Okay.
Their skulls were very, very long. They had very broad shoulders, but they were square. Very, yeah. They had no real muscle tone in their arms and in their legs, um, but they had a sense of humor, which I really admired. The first one actually was talking to someone telepathically because he was looking out the window and up. So I
Hmm.
know he was talking to someone that was up, and I was sitting up watching him, and he turned around and and the look on his face was, "You're not supposed to be awake." Look.
Right, right. Yeah, that's what they'd be like. So these Darklings, your perception of them versus the Zeta, were they positive or were they neutral or what were
Very
they?
positive.
They were
Very,
very
very
positive.
positive.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Interesting.
then I knew he'd be back. And I
Hmm.
knew he was going to bring someone else, but I couldn't understand his language. It was very, very different. But when he
Hmm.
came back, he came back with someone else, and he goes, and I woke up immediately, and I
Hmm.
sat up, and he goes, "See, I told you she would." It
Right, right. So it's like
was
oh,
was
she's going to
pretty
be
funny.
sleeping. We're coming to visit her, but she's not going to know we're talking to each other at her location. That is funny.
Correct.
So
Yeah,
it's
it
interesting.
was.
You had the
And then,
Palladian. Go ahead.
and then another one walked. I mean, this was incredible.
Hmm.
He walked through, and I'd seen them before because they had taken me out of my body in astral travel and into their ship.
Yeah.
But they came back again when I was in Arizona, and they're the ones that told me that they could find me at any time that they chose, and they had been following me for years.
And
That
who are
what
they?
they
Can you
said.
explain what? Can you explain what they were, who they look
I
like?
Yeah, I can definitely. When they come through, they actually become transparent and walk right through the window and wall, and then they become a solid mass again.
Hmm.
And
And
he had a suit on,
okay,
and
He had a
he
spacesuit
had
on,
a
right?
spacesuit on, and it was, oh God, it was so baby soft because he picked my hand up, and it was just, it was so soft. Didn't even feel like a suit. It was
Hmm.
bright silver. It was like a platinum look,
Wow.
and it was, and his mask lifted up, and I could see his face, big black eyes, and the darklings had the big black eyes too,
Hmm.
and they were formed kind of like cat eyes, but they were solid black.
Hmm.
Um, no main nose. Um, Small mouths. But again, and their head, and the one in the suit, definitely their head was smaller, not like the darklings at all.
Right. Right.
But large to for their brain. And this, he just came over, and I said, I can't handle any more pain,
Yeah.
please don't. And
What
he put,
were you abducted by them?
I was taken up to their ship the first time, and they had 5 different other human beings in capsules, and they were all nude, and they were all asleep. There were three um, there were 3 females, blonde. One was brunette, and one was a redhead.
And they were in
And
a
then,
capsule.
yes, they were in clear capsules, and they were standing upright, but it actually was very illusional. It looked like they were leaning forward, but they weren't, and they were breathing. They were all kind of athletic,
Hmm.
but
Now
very
these
nicely built. They were all in their 20s.
are the ones that were in the capsule.
Yes, all of them. The
Really?
females were, yep, very athletic and very nicely formed, but all in their 20s.
And why do you think you were there? Why do you think they were in these humans were in capsules? These women.
They were specimens to be transported to another planet, is what they were taking them. They weren't
Really?
there
So
to hurt them. They were taking them to another planet to be um, saved, is what they were doing.
interesting.
They have a book they showed me that has all the cures for our kind, all of them.
So interesting. So they took these women that they didn't harm,
Mm-mm.
and they put them in a capsule. It's almost like they're looking at the Earth human as a species.
Yep.
Okay, we're going to take these 3 women as species that are perfect and put them in a capsule. So you said they showed you a book or some sort that shows how to heal the problems we have or something.
Yep. Cancer, they HIV, all of it, and so much more. Every condition that we have, they have the ability to heal. And I asked them why. Well, and I already knew the answer, that we
Yeah.
had to develop our own abilities to heal ourselves. And if they helped us to heal everyone, our planet would be overran, and it is the nature, basically, we'd kill our planet, which we're
Now,
already doing.
these, how tall were these space beings?
They were approximately 7 feet.
7 feet tall. So
Yep.
when you were they both men and women, or did you just see male beings, or
I
was it
just
both
saw
male and female?
male,
Hmm.
is what I saw. Very technical equipment. All, I mean, all they had to do was move their hands over the equipment. They didn't have to touch anything.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very advanced. Beautiful, though. Gosh.
So
I
you
mean,
felt there was a, so you didn't feel any negativity about it. My only problem with these
none.
beings is that they should, I don't understand why they had to take three women and put them in a capsule. That's the only problem. Did you ask
It
them
was
why they
hibernation, so they could
hibernation?
transport him safely, and so
Hmm.
that they also, it's a cryo state, is what they had them in,
Right.
so that they could, because they take them in a wormhole. They go through a wormhole. I've seen the wormhole. I have a picture of it. I've got to
Hmm.
find it again. I showed it to my girlfriend. I've got pictures of UFOs out here that have come through the wormhole.
We need to have you on again and show us some photos on the screen here,
I'd be happy to. Unfortunately, they're not the greatest, but
Right.
you can see them. They were done with my Galaxy phone. It was the quickest one I
Mm-hmm.
got.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah,
No, that's interesting. So very, very interesting. So the Zeta, the negative ones, you had their encounter. You had the Palladian woman, the Palladians. You had the Darklings, which you said were positive. And these beings, did they say where they were from, or did they have like a name? As let's say,
no,
we're from the galaxy so
mm-mm,
and so, or the solar system so and so. They didn't tell you anything about that.
no, nothing. And there was one more that was here that checks out every person that ever comes to Crescent Valley area,
Mm-hmm.
Crescent Valley and Bowie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they were on top of my roof. I was taking pictures of everything that was going on when I first got here in 2015 and 16 and 17 and 18 is when
Mm.
all the activity was going. And then they just all of a sudden were gone.
Yeah.
And that was just before COVID
Yeah.
started. So, and I made a drawing of him on the roof, but they have the ability to go into our brain and go through our pictures that we took, that you have a catalog of pictures in
Mm-hmm.
your brain of all the things that you've taken, right? Well, they can go
Mm-hmm.
through them. I had no clue that they could do that. It woke me up out of the blue, and he stopped.
Which group did this? Is this the last group?
This was the last one, yes. And they have the ability to run above ground, and they also can camouflage,
Hmm.
this last one as
Hmm.
well.
Did they
And
tell you if the
when
women that were in the capsules? Did
the other
they
one,
tell you? Did you ask them if that because it's against universal law to just do things like that. So
right?
did you ask them like did the women that they had that they were protecting in these capsules? Did the three of these different human women agree to what was going on with them?
No, they did not tell me that anything about it. I
Yeah.
asked them why, and they told me it was to 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 start a new planet race of human
Okay.
beings.
Now, with all their advancements, did they ever talk about the fact that maybe their planet is dying and they needed to have these women to procreate more human?
Correct.
Their
They
planet is
did.
dying. right?
Their planet was. They had it in learning to advance. They did destroy their planet, and they also had hand in advancing our planet and us, is what they
Right.
also said.
Right, I'm sure they did. Um, so they are basically, I'm going to give you some information. There's different levels of Zeta. They come from the Zeta Reticuli system, and they are correct in that they pretty much got so advanced that they had to reshape their human form as a humanoid. And the reason why they're basically abducting these women, they're not like saying, okay, we'll go with you to do what you're going to do. I'm sure if these women had their choice, they would have
They
not said,
wouldn't
okay,
do that.
take me and put me in a capsule. So
Right.
even though they come across as being the nice people and they're not hurting you or anything, they are actually being negative, and they're abducting humans. That is against complete universal law as it stands. So I think your Palladian contact, definitely. The Darklings, which were, you said they were positive, but
Yes.
this other group is Zeta. They can talk to you and show you they have cures to everything, but that's just a surface thing. The fact is,
Correct.
they're good at showing you and telling you, oh, we're here to help the planet, but yet they're abducting human beings, which is against universal law. So just so you know, they're not really positive. They're completely opposite of positive.
Well,
And
that's why I didn't want to go with them, because I knew they were going to hurt me. And that's why
yeah,
I said to them, I can't handle any more pain.
right.
And I
Now
knew.
when you said you couldn't handle any more pain, can you explain how that the pain started happening? What caused that to occur?
I don't know. I, I, I knew, well, I had the problem with the graves. I remember being on a table, flashback of being on a very cold steel. It
Yeah,
reminded me of being on a steel table,
yeah, yeah.
and a sheet being over me that just squeezed my bones. It felt like my bones were breaking, and I'm
Wow.
screaming.
Mm-hmm.
And the next, and I passed out.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing I know, I see this sharp instrument coming at my eye, and it
Oh my God.
penetrates the corner of the inside of my right eye, and it burned, and I passed out again. I
Mm-hmm.
just let out one hell of a scream, and that's it. That's all I remember.
Oh my God. Was this
It was
the
horrid.
Zeta? Was it the other group, or was it the last group that took you on the ship, showing you the
It
women in the
reminded me
capsules?
of the Grays. There
Mm-hmm.
was one, there were five of them, two on each side of me,
Mm-hmm.
and one ahead of me, and I was
Mm-hmm.
hovering as they were taking me out of my
Yeah.
home.
Oh my God. So let me tell you something. This is totally not right. Now, even if you're not having the experience anymore, I don't know how much you've watched my show, but I
I've only
feel
seen it twice.
okay, twice. Well, I'll give you some background here, and then I'm going to ask you a question. So I work with a group of beings. I'm from that level. I come from Mars. I am a star seed, meaning how I define it for people is that I came here. I had human parents. My mother and father on Earth are no longer here. I do have a brother out in the island, and I have cousins and relatives. But I am not from here. I had a contact experience when I was in the 60s as a kid. I went upstairs to my house in Plainview, Long Island, and just for some reason, everyone's in the kitchen. I go upstairs and go in my brother's room, open the window, the blinds up, and there's a spaceship hovering in the cul-de-sac with men and women, very beautiful, wearing light blue outfits, space outfits or whatever suits. And I watched them for a while quietly, and they said I wasn't from here. I'm from off planet. That was my first encounter directly as a contactee. So basically, to go rapid forward, I work with a group called the Ashtar Command. I'm not sure if you've heard of them or not, but they are men and women, and they live on planets with families. They're very spiritually advanced. They work in a cosmic Christed level of consciousness. And I think what I'd like to do is ask you if I can help you, because I think they did things to you that were totally wrong, number one. And number two, I have the ability to bring a spaceship of our Ashtar Command ship over your location in Nevada, and it'll be cloaked. The military will not be able to see it. And I'd like to bring 10 space people right now over to your location. They're about 7 to 8 feet tall. They're human. They're very beautiful. They're men and women, and they'll be cloaked. They're not going to show themselves, but the energy
I'd
you'll
love
feel is
that.
what. Okay. All right.
Oh no, I'd accept that. Absolutely. And I've already been told that, and I don't know who they are, that they're coming for me to take me somewhere. And I don't know who they are. When
Who
my
told you?
body
Who told you
leaves,
this?
I don't know. They contacted me telepathically while I was sitting up reading a book, but they told me to trust them, and they told me
Mm,
that I wasn't from this planet, and I told them I never have felt like I have been, but
mm-hmm.
they said that they were going to take me, but not my body. They would take my soul or what.
Yeah, they're not going to do that either. Okay, so we're going to
Yeah,
really have to do something here.
yeah.
This
So
is
it's
I've
weird.
got to help you. Yeah,
Yeah.
when I do what I'm going to do right now,
Okay,
you're going to see I'm a talk show host, but understand I'm going to switch my energy.
I got
My
it.
consciousness right now is going to switch over to Ashtar Command.
Okay.
The Ashtar Command watched my show. My family's on a spaceship. My cosmic family. I have a mother, father, 2 sisters, and a brother. And we're going to do something for you right now. So
Alrighty.
I want you to close your eyes. And what we're going to do is have you breathe in slowly, breathe out of your nostrils slowly. Do it a few times until you feel relaxed. And the person saying, "Don't accept my help," I'm going to take that person out. You're being blocked off the show. I feel some negative energy coming from that person, so they're gone. And when you're relaxed, let me know.
Okay. I'm
Oh,
good.
good. Okay. So right now what we're going to do is I wish to have one of our Ashtar ships over her location in Nevada. It'll be about 20,000 feet above your location. The ship will be cloaked. No military radars will be able to detect the spaceship whatsoever. I'll tell you when the ship is there.
Okay.
Are you in a desert area?
Yes.
I know that.
And I'm very rural, so
Yes, I know that too.
it's
All
very
right,
good. I love it out
Yeah.
here.
Well, I'm operating now my other level of consciousness with the Ashtar Command directly. So I'm operating in Ashtar Command mode here, and I'm in communication with the Ashtar Command, my family.
I'll communicate with them telepathically.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to send 10 of the space people down, 5 men and 5 women equally. And they're going to check your area since you're on that area. They're going to check the area. They're going to check the energies there, any potential openings where the negative ETs are able to come through. They're going to close any entrances for that to occur.
Yeah, there are
They're going to
several
come.
wormholes here.
Yeah, they're going to look at the wormholes and close the ones up that allow them to come through. They're
Okay.
going to do that right now as we speak. The other thing we're going to do is bring 5 of the 10 in. We'll have 3 women and 2 men. The other 5 people will be outside working around the perimeters of your home. And also the ship that is 20,000 feet above your location is scanning everything and making sure that we pick up anything that is not supposed to be there is going to be dealt with.
Okay.
In a
I'm happy
moment,
to meet them outside too.
yes, I understand that too. So they're going to walk closer to you. as you just relax. Mm-hmm. So one of the women, eventually she'll tell you her name, but not
Okay.
yet. They're part of our medical team from the ship. They're going to work on any implants and stuff that was done to you around your eye area and also within your brain area when you were basically abducted, is what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And so in a minute,
Twice, in fact.
yes, the woman is going to touch your neck area, and then the other person is going to do the forehead, and one other person of the five is going to touch the top of your head. Essentially, they're going to be working on what was done to you when you're abducted. They're going to reverse what was done, and they're going to take out the implants that were put into you.
Okay, great.
So I want you to close your eyes now. Keep your eyes closed.
They
Could
are.
all three of the space beings let her know that you're there, please? Let her know that you're there by touching the three areas that I've mentioned. They're going to do their own thing. They know what they're doing. I'm just facilitating, helping
Problem. I
from my
can
end.
feel them.
You can feel them? Okay. Can you
Not
please
afraid.
work with her on what these negative ETs did with her with their when they were using this device on her near our eyes that was burning her eyes? Can you please correct what they were doing to her? And also, if you find anything in her body that has been put in there for them to monitor her, please take out all the implanted things in her body. When they're done doing this, let me know. They'll tell you.
Okay.
Actually, when you tell her when you're completed working on the etheric, on the physical body, if one of you wishes to speak to her telepathically, they can now telepathically communicate with you. They will tell you when they're finished with that part of it. So they're going to be working on the whole body. They're scanning your body with their hands. They're able to do this. And they're going to be looking for anything that was done to you physically, where these beings can have monitored you from outer space. They're going to stop that right now. Give me a moment. Yeah, they're working really, really. All three of them are working and very focused on you now. So they're doing their job, and you're going to feel a lot better as the minutes go by. You're going to feel things. You're going to feel a lighter feeling. They're taking all the implants out that were done to you by these negative BTs.
Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah,
It does hurt.
yeah, they're
Especially my
taking.
head.
Yeah, they're going to take. Please, they know where the implants are. They'll take out the implants that are hurting you in your head area. That's why they're working in three different areas with their hands. There they are. So they will scan, and as soon as they find the implants that are causing pain, can you please take that implant out so she doesn't have more pain anymore in that area of her head? And if you're new to my show here, I know this is for some people a stretch, but I am here to do what I do. I'm fully activated. I am human, but I'm also not human, meaning I come from Christ consciousness. I work with my space family, the Ashtar Command, and I am here to do a number of things as well as be the talk show host of this show, which is way different than all your UFO shows that are really big with people wearing suits. I don't wear suits. I am who I am.
I have one.
Okay. And this person here, I'm just watching my audience and making sure I take out any trolls or negative comments.
Yeah, that's always helpful.
Oh yeah, I control my show. If people come in here and start doing things, will block them right off the show. I have no problem with that.
They're having problems with one.
Yeah, they're able to, some of the work takes a little bit of time depending on how bad the implants were, but the Ashtar Command medical people will be able to take it out. Once it is taken out, there will be a healing done of that area pretty quickly, and you're going to feel much better once that's all completed.
I think it's going to help my headaches immensely.
Hmm. Well, that's why you have the headaches, because of the implants that these negative
Right.
ETs did. They don't really care about humanity. They do what they do because they're on survival mode. And it goes against every universal law in the universe that exists, that's in place.
I'd ask why, but they don't really care.
Yeah.
There's no point.
So I'm sure you can feel they're working on you right now in your head area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to be done. Those negative
Oh,
ETs did a
painful.
they did a job on you when they abducted you and put you on that table.
Oh God, did they ever? It doesn't feel like it was just one side though. It feels like
Yeah,
it was both.
yeah, they did a
But I
lot of they
was
did a lot of
passed out
areas.
on the one, so
Hmm.
I'm grateful they're here. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm just taking out trolls as I see, emojis. Depending on how people are acting, I am taking some of the trolls in here that are finding the show at 1:35 in the morning. And you're watching Encounters. I'm CmdrAleon. I'm a talk show host at WESU-FM NPR Pacific Radio. I'm a contactee. I've been on radio for 21 years, and I do what I do here. And what I do is real. I don't have crystal balls. I don't have neon lights. I don't have cards floating in the air. I don't have pendulums. What I am doing is absolutely real.
They don't understand. That's the problem.
Yeah. Well, when they don't understand, if they don't want to understand, I don't waste time on that energy. I just take them right out because this is really my focus is you, and I'm just gonna like a ping pong ball. If there's any trolls in here, I will take you out in 2 seconds. We're gonna keep focusing on you. How you feeling?
Oh, hurts. Oh my
It
God.
hurts. Yeah, yeah. They did a
Oh my
lot.
God. Mm.
They are trying to get that. They had a bigger implant that they put in
Oh.
you. I don't know what they did, but man, they did a job on your brain area. Um,
Oh. Mm.
I asked that the medical people
Mm.
get that thing out of her. It's in the neck area actually. They put it in the neck area near the upper part of your neck.
Mm.
They're trying to get it out. They will get it out. That's why you're feeling that thing. They did a job on you. They almost got it out. They almost got it out.
Mm.
I know it hurts. They're trying to get the thing out.
It hurt worse when they did it, so this is nothing new.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
I think it's almost out. Man, those negative ETs, they were really bad. What they did to you when you told that story, I can almost envision the pain you went through.
Oh, God.
Boogie,
Mm.
they're taking it out. They're taking what the negative ETs did. They're taking the
Mm.
implant out of her body, out of that area.
Almost gone. Almost
It's
gone.
almost gone. They almost got it
Almost
out.
gone. Oh God.
They're being very careful with you. They don't want to hurt you. They're
Oh.
trying to get it out. They
They're
almost
also
got it
trying to
out.
make sure it doesn't affect my psychic abilities as well.
Right. They know you're psychic. They're going to be very careful about. They're very, very careful.
Mm.
They want to make. They're really being very cautious about what they're doing, and it's almost out. Just about out. I
Oh
can
my
feel.
God.
I don't feel the pain, but I can feel that
I
it's
don't feel
almost
the
out.
pain either anymore. It's yeah, it's just right above my eye too. I'm feeling on my
Hmm. Hmm.
left side of my eye above my brain, above
Hmm.
my forehead right now too. It's there's discomfort there as well. So there's
Yeah.
something
So
still there. on
they're
that.
taking that. They're going to take that out. They're going to get that out in a minute. So one of the commenters is asking me, are they
The
putting
other
it
one's
in?
gone.
Yeah, they're taking implants out that were put into her by negative ETs on a spaceship, and my Ashtar Command medical people are at her location that are working with her right now. They're taking all the implants out of her that these negative ETs put in her when she was forced and abducted onto a spaceship. These are human men and women. They are beautiful people, Christed people of light, and they are about 70 feet tall. And we are working with her to take the implants out. Thank you, Advanced. I know for some people this is something really new you've never seen happen if you're watching my show. Like I said, I'm not from this planet. I come here to help people to bust the matrix. I do interviews with people that have been abducted, people that have had beautiful experiences. We cover the whole cosmic area, and that's why this show is what it is. This is like the #1 spiritual UFO show on social media. Thank you, Carol. Shireen, the Ashtar Command, the people that I am from, the space people, the Ashtar Command, the positive beings of light, they're taking the implants out.
Thank you. Thank you for having me on the show. Thank you for letting me be here.
Well, when I heard your story and when I hear what they did, I said, I can't sit back and just interview you. I have to go into my Ashtar Command consciousness, and I have to send the space people over.
Everything happens for a reason.
It really does. So they're taking that other implant out right now. All I'm doing is facilitating. I'm not a medical person. They are, and they're taking the implant out as we speak. The bigger implant that was causing the pain, that's been taken out. This is going to be out in like a minute or two.
Oh my God. Oh.
It's almost out. They almost have it out now.
Oh my God. Oh, okay. It's all right, Lucy. It's all right. It's all right, girl. It's okay, honey. I know. It's all right, baby girl. Oh, sorry,
They almost
honey.
have it out. They almost have it out. I can't see it, but I don't feel, I can feel their energy, the space people helping you. I'm in communications with them telepathically. They almost have it out. Once that's taken out, you'll be fine.
Holy moly.
We're bringing we're bringing in 2 of the other 5 space people that are medical to assist the other medical people there, and they're going to help. They're going to get it out in 2 seconds.
Oh gosh, please. It's been way too long.
Understood. Can my space medical people take it out? I know it's hurting a little bit because of the way it implanted into you. Can you folks take it out without hurting too much? I know it's not going to be easy.
Let them do what they got to do. I don't care how much pain I got to go through.
Okay.
Do it.
Please take that. Please, whatever you can do for her, get that implant out of her. Please, thank you. And take some deep breaths would be a good thing too. Breathe a little bit. Take a deep breath. Keep deep breaths like if you were having a baby. In this case, you're not having a baby, but take a deep breath, a couple deep breaths. As you breathe, it'll relax your body, and they're going to get that implant out of you. It's almost out. It's just almost out. I can't feel the thing, but I can feel it's almost out.
Feels like they're pulling my eyebrow out.
I gotcha. I understand.
It's like the whole eyebrow coming apart, you know?
And I want my audience to know that she is very much supportive of what the space people are doing, because they're taking a really negative implant out of her body, and she wants it out, and they're getting it out. It's not. This has been the most deepest implant I've dealt with people that have been abducted, and they are definitely taking it out of her.
Oh gosh. Oh, it hurts. Oh.
I know it hurts.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mm.
They almost got it out. They put it in an area that made it somewhat difficult, but they are being very careful and they are taking it out.
Well, it doesn't want to come though. It really doesn't want to come.
They're going to take it out. I want the command to make
They'll
sure you
get
get
it.
that thing out. They'll get it out of your body.
Yep, they will get it. I know they will.
That's the way it is. And I'm going to definitely take that person out who's laughing. I'm going to take them out and block them.
It's almost like they attached it to something.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. It's like they've got hooks and
yeah, they're taking it. They did a job on you when they abducted you. Those ETs did a job on that part of your body. They're going to get that implant out. They're unhooking whatever they latched into your physical body. They're taking it out. And as they take it out, they're also making sure they heal the areas where these things are latched in. They're working very quickly on healing the physical internal part of your body as they take out this implant.
I can see it bleeding too.
Yeah, they're going to heal that whole area. Those ETs did a job. So Pedal says I'm confused. So let me explain something for people that are just jumping in here out of the blue moon. My name is CmdrAleon. I work with the Ashtar Command, which some of you have never heard of. They are the positive space people, human, and they are here to help our planet. I am here to help our planet. I'm a starseed. I'm not from here. I am human. I lived a regular life, but I'm not just a regular human being. I do a talk show for 21 years on radio, and I also do my TikTok show, which is called Encounters. I'm also here to help people that have been abducted, and I can send space people from the command over and help them get the implants out. And if you've never seen this before, what I'm doing is very real. It's extremely real.
It's almost gone. They've almost got it out. Oh my gosh. The pain is almost gone. Oh my God. You know how long it's been? For years, since I was a kid.
So Donna Hayes, who is making the noise, that's my guest, Lorena. And the space people that I'm explaining are taking their medical people from our spaceship. They are in her house taking the implant out that the negative ETs did to her when they abducted her many years ago. The implant is almost out. Once that implant's out, she'll never, ever have problems again, ever.
It's just on the side of my, on the temple now, on the temple of my forehead now, or temple, on my left side.
So I'm going to correct Bobby J. So what you're thinking is incorrect. They are pulling it out. They're not putting it in. They're pulling it out completely. They're not putting it in. They're pulling it out.
When it began, it was right above my left eye, this one in particular, and it was close to the center of my forehead, but right above the left eye. So it was kitty corner to the center of my eye. Does that make sense?
It does.
So they have been pulling it as gentle as they can, but it had hooks and barbs pretty much, but attachments. So it was very, very painful.
They almost have it out. I'm feeling like they're almost at the real ending of this.
Yep, they are. I don't have pain. It's gone.
Yeah, I just want to make sure.
At the temple.
I'm making sure that that they're there. I'm here for you. I'm not going to do anything other than be here for you until we make sure that they get that implant out.
I appreciate it immensely. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's just at the temple, and they're working on finishing it, and it's not okay. A little more pain. It's trying to hook back in.
They're taking it out. The ETs from remotely, the negative ETs, They know what's
Yep,
going on. They're trying to.
it's trying to rehook back in. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
they're going to take it out. I want the command to
Oh,
take that thing out and also go after the energies of those ETs that are trying to
it's
stop it.
it's like it's alive. I don't know
Yeah,
how to explain it.
it sort of is. I want them to
It's alive.
take it out. They're going to get it out. They're going to quarantine this thing once they get it out of your body.
How is that? How is that even feasible?
The
I
negative
mean,
ETs have a way of using their
oh,
stuff, and it is slightly controlled. They're going to get it out though,
they keep
and once they
telling me,
get it
don't
out,
touch, don't touch.
yeah, they'll take it out. Once they get it out, they're going to quarantine it, take it on the ship, and it's going to be quarantined and destroyed.
Thank God. I don't want it going into anybody else. That would not be good.
No,
Or
no, they're
back
going
into
to,
me ever
they
again.
will, they're going to destroy this thing.
It's alive. That's all I can
Yeah.
explain.
Oh
It's
yeah, and they
alive.
realize, and the command people there realize it. So all the other five are
Oh,
there. They're going to all work together. All 10 of them. They're going to have
mm.
this thing out of your body in 2 minutes.
God, it hurts. Oh my God, it hurts again. Oh.
Take it out. Take it out.
Mm. They say it's the last of the pain I'll feel though.
Yeah,
Once
it
it's
will be the
gone,
last.
I'll be grateful. I'll be so grateful. Mm. Oh, they're so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I can actually see them. I can
You can
see
see the
their
space.
auras.
You can see the auras of the space people.
Yes.
I told you they're beautiful.
Oh my gosh, they're so gorgeous.
You know, you're
Oh,
very
thank
loved. You
you.
know,
Oh,
you're very loved.
they're having to bend over in my trailer though. My
Oh,
my
well, they're tall.
ceiling
That's why.
isn't
Yeah,
tall enough. It's
yeah.
only 7 feet exactly.
Oh my gosh. I believe
Oh, I
they.
feel
I
so
believe.
bad for him.
I believe they took it out.
Yes, it's out. It's out. It's still trying to hook in. It's still trying to go back in, but
They're taking it away. Take it away from
yes,
her
they
trailer.
are.
Pull it away from her trailer right away and quarantine it and destroy it.
Oh, there's one
Destroy it.
still behind that's healing it, though, the area.
Oh yeah, they have to. One or two will stay to heal the internal part of your body from what you went through. They're healing all of
Mm.
that up that the negative ETs did to you. I just want to make sure you're healed. I want to make sure
Oh,
you're
there
physically
was
okay.
so much
Okay.
damage done.
Well, now they're re healing the
Oh,
damage that was done to you. How do you feel?
I feel so much better. There's no more pain over my eyes. My neck feels so much better. My muscles in my neck, my eye. I don't have the headache anymore. It's gone. It's gone. Oh, my muscles feel so good.
See,
Oh,
people, you have to understand
wow.
something. I am
Oh
not
my
from this
gosh.
planet. I'm not from this earth. I came here to do what I
Oh,
do. There's many people that claim things, but I am who I am. I am human, but I am not human, meaning I am with the Ashtar Command. I'm a Christed being of light. I come from the stars. The space people and I work together, and I've
mm,
helped numerous people since last year, and this was the hardest one I've ever dealt with these
mm.
kind of implants. But we got rid of the implants. She's going to
Yes.
be okay. She will tell you herself how she feels.
And they won't be coming to get me. They won't be able to
Anymore.
find me.
Not anymore.
No, they
Not
won't.
anymore.
And that's a good thing. Oh my
It was a
gosh.
lot. I have to tell you, it was a lot of work because I'm sitting here. I've been
It's
through a lot
exhausting.
of. It's exhausting, and for me, I sit here as they're doing it. This has got to be over all the abductions I've seen. This has to be the hardest one they've had to deal with the implants, the way they were doing it, and they
Yes.
got the implants out. So for people watching this for the first time, and you're like skeptical, understand what just happened here is real. What I do here on my show is real when I need to, and I have gone
Wow.
after and have our space people go after the negative ETs, and we find them, and they are quarantined, and they are sent
They
off planet.
they they made it very clear that they will try to come back. I don't know
Well, they're gonna
why.
they're going to have a problem right now. I want the
Yes.
Ashtar Command to go after those ETs that are telling you
Yeah.
they're coming back. The Ashtar Command is interplanetary ships. We'll go after them. They will
Good.
find them. I want the Ashtar Command right now to they're watching me. My family on the ship is watching me through a monitoring screen right as we speak.
Okay.
I want you to go after those negative ETs that did the abduction, and
I
I want
don't
you
know
to go after
why.
them.
Why?
Well,
Why
they're
would
going to
they
be
want to come back though? That doesn't make. It doesn't make sense.
they want because they need your energy to do what they're doing, like they did those three women in the capsules. They want to abduct you and use something about you for their race of beings. So I want the command to go after their ship, wherever it is, find it, and stop them right now. And they will stop them.
Will they make sure I'm safe even after I
Uh,
cross over? Because there's something about me. I'm
about you
not
crossing
from this
over.
planet. I know that.
Yeah, they're going to protect you. When you
Okay.
cross over, when you leave your physical body, you also have a space body in stasis. What the
Right.
negative ETs want to do is try to capture you after you leave your physical body, going into your space body. They want to kind of snatch you, but that's
Right.
not going to
That's
be allowed.
exactly it.
So we're going to stop that right now.
Okay.
So we did the medical procedures. The command was there. We're going to also set up a what's the word for it? We're setting up a structure, a dome around your home, and it's going to be a protection dome that no negative ET energy can get through. We're also going to be putting a protection around your body. It's going to be in a very non. You won't be able to see it. It will be
No, I can
around
feel
your
it.
body. So they're doing this right now. 2 or 3 of them are setting it up so that this will protect you and block any ability for them to even remotely know where you are. They won't even have any idea where you are on Earth. They're going to have no. But we're
Right.
going after them right now. I'm so
Me too.
amped up right now. I am done with this garbage. We're going to get those ETs that did this to you, and they are going to be quarantined right now as I
Yeah,
speak.
I know I'm not the only one they've done this to.
I'm sure they have done it to a lot of people.
A lot
And
here.
if I can help one person at a time on my show here and do this with my space
Dude.
family to help them, I will do it. Mark my word. I am not playing games when it comes to the negative ETs. They're afraid
Yeah.
of me because I do have where I come from. I have a lot of power, and not in an egotistical way. I have a lot of power, and I will do what I'm going to do against them.
Right. I agree. I get it. Been there, done that, know what you're talking about.
Well, now, if everyone's listening to her right now, from the time she first came on with her story to the time we got to this point, be honest, you know that she has no more implants. There's no more pain. You can tell
They're
the
gone.
audience what's going on right here.
Yeah, they're totally gone. I have no more headaches. My muscles are not tight anymore. It's just an incredible difference. I've had headaches ever since I've been 9. Migraines, severe migraines that'll last 21 days. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
joking.
Mm-hmm.
And they have made it very clear they've been able to find me anywhere I go. And I have moved from anywhere from Oregon to Arizona, to Washington,
Mm-hmm.
to I'm in Nevada now,
Mm-hmm.
and they've
Mm-hmm.
all been able to find me. And I've had 7 different species now that have
Mm-hmm.
been able to find me, and
Right.
not knowing how they could find me. I figured I
Right.
had implant, and I've been abducted twice that I can recall.
Mm-hmm.
And my
Well,
dad has seen the encounter, so
right. Well, you're not going to have any problems anymore because we're going after those Zeta. The
thank
Zeta
you.
were the ones that were in those spacesuits. They're the ones who did really mean things to you, and
Yeah,
we're
they
going
did.
after them. Now that we got the implants out, another group of the Ashtar Command that's not our medical team is going after them, and they're not going to be coming back at all. They're going to be so scared of what's going to be happening to them. They're going to be trying to go as far away from planet Earth as possible. They are not coming back.
That's good. That'll save a lot of lives.
You know.
It will. And that's what we need is protection here.
And what they wanted to
So
do is, and this is what I'm getting, because you have such a brilliant level of light in you, because you're from the stars, but you're from the stars from a positive level. They were trying
Yes.
to interfere with your abilities. You have been gifted before coming to Earth with these abilities. Just like when I came to Earth, I didn't remember a lot of things until I got older. That I met my space family looking out my window in a spaceship, men, women, and children in light blue outfits that were beautiful. And they always told me I came from the stars. That was my one physical, visual experience. But I know I've had many spaceship sightings, and I've had my abilities. As I got older, I started having the ability to be telepathic. I only recently, 8 or 9 months, have been downloaded by the command to be able to send spaceships all over the world with medical teams to help people that have been abducted. And I've done that numerous times in every one of my shows. So I've done this on my YouTube channel, Ashtar Command Spaceship News. You can watch shows where people that were abducted, that I had the space people help them, and we got rid of the abductions. We got rid of the ETs that were abducting them. And this is part of what I do in my show. It's not all of my show, but when these stories come up, I have to help people. I have to. I mean, I have no choice. I have a choice, but I'm here to help people. I'm here to do
And
what I'm supposed to do.
that is your
You know,
purpose here.
that's my purpose. So I don't just talk the talk to have people having millions of viewers on TikTok. I walk the walk. I talk the talk, but I'm walking the walk. You see, brothers and
Right.
sisters, that's the difference between me and somebody on TikTok with neon lights behind them and a turban saying, "Let me give you a reading and make you feel better." Like that's going to help,
Yeah.
you know?
Nope, that doesn't work. Trust me. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Seen it, don't believe it, and
Yeah, you know.
yeah,
You feel your energy. I can feel your energy. You feel so much better. Your energy
I
is so
do.
lighter.
Oh, it
You are
feels
you. That
wonderful.
they healed everything in your body.
Mm-hmm.
They it took time. This was the hardest job for the medical team to do. They healed your whole body on the upper head part of your body. There's no more implants in you, and you're also
None.
being protected. Matter of fact, what we're going to do is make sure you're protected. We're going to station a base, a small base of the command on your desert area. We're going to have 5 of the command stay there. They've volunteered to stay there, and they're going to stay there indefinitely. They're setting up their own base that'll be cloaked. They'll have a cloaked base on the desert. It'll be physical, but it'll be cloaked. They'll have all the things they need on the planet that they need. But you're going to be
And,
well protected from here on in. Okay.
and I'd love to communicate with them anytime they would choose. I would
A
love
matter of
that.
fact, one of them right now, if you close your eyes, keep your eyes closed, the woman and one man are going to say something to you. They're going to tell you their names. So keep your eyes closed, be still, be quiet. And if the man and the woman who helped her would like to introduce yourselves to her, please let her know who you are.
They're telling me I'm not clear yet.
Okay. Well, that's
And
they're
that's because of
telepathically.
the implant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So they'll communicate. They'll
they'll
once
communicate with me.
they will. So, well, they're communicating with you now. They're telling you that you're not
Yes.
clear yet.
Yeah,
All right.
exactly. It's not clear yet. They're still doing healing on the implant because of the damage done.
Okay. So
That's so
I'm gonna leave them alone. They're still doing work on you. So
correct.
when they're done, and again, like you said, 5 of them are gonna have a permanent base in the desert near your house. So you're gonna be
They're
well protected.
smiling. They're so happy. They're smiling ear to ear. I mean, they're happy to be here. They say they're yeah. It's wonderful. Thank you.
You're
I'm
very
telling you,
blessed.
thank you. They're happy.
And tell them I love them. They already know
They
I
hear
love them.
you.
I
They
love
hear
you.
you
And
through me very clearly.
yes,
They can feel you through me.
yes. Thank
Your
you. I want to thank.
energy is
Uh,
just flowing through us all. It's
Thank you.
beautiful. It's just
Thank you.
so clear, and it's the energy is just it's a beautiful blue and white, and it's so clear. It's oh gosh. God, it's wonderful. I feel great. I feel so light. I feel alive. I feel alive in a way I haven't felt in so long.
Are you able to
Wow.
come on cam? Do you want to turn your camera on? Do you know how to do that?
You can't see anything, but yeah,
Okay,
I
then.
can. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Let me see.
I know some people are excited for you and they want to see you on camera.
I would
So
love that. Hold on. There we go. I don't have my teeth in or anything. I apologize.
no worries. I don't see anything other than the cameras. You have to press save when you put the
Uh,
camera on. You press the
oh,
save
save.
button.
How do you do that? I don't
Well,
know.
so press your camera, and
Okay.
then the line. Once you press the camera, the line disappears. That's crossing over the camera icon, and then
Okay.
save it.
And
Save.
oh, there we go. Ah,
There you
hello.
are. There's Lorena, the person that the command works with. There she
No.
is. There's the beautiful soul that we had on here, that we have on here.
Yeah,
Some people
in
wanted
the
to see you
raw.
physically. In the
I
raw.
apologize for no
That's
teeth.
okay. No worries, no worries, no worries. So this is the person the command has healed. They're working on finalizing stuff, healing what had been done to her when they pulled out the implants. They're healing the whole area within her. And yeah, you're a beautiful soul. You really are. You
Thank
know?
you. I feel alive. I feel so good. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
See?
I'm grateful to all of you. So grateful.
Yeah.
I had tears coming out my eyes because of it.
Well, you're loved, We of the command love you. And I say we because I am from outer space and we do love you.
I love you guys too so much. It's an unconditional love,
hmm
and I'm grateful. I can't help it. I love everyone. Thank you
You're
so much.
welcome.
And I'd
You know,
love to come back on. So
you're
yes,
most
I would be
welcome.
happy.
You will be coming back on. And I want you to know that you are permanently protected. We're going after those negative ETs and we will get them. When I say we're going to get them on this show, we will get those negative ETs that did this to you and they will be dealt with.
They need to be locked up, put away to where they can't do it anymore.
They'll be locked up in a way that they can never come back to Earth.
Good. That's good. I'm grateful. Good.
All right. Well, it's now about
Thank you so
2:07
much.
in the morning.
I will let you
And
go. All of
I
you.
want to,
Thank you
and
for
I'll,
your audience and
yes,
your patience, everyone.
yes. So,
For
and Jim
doing it.
Bob, for
Bye-bye,
people, I'll
honey.
explain. I'm going to let you go. Thank you for being here.
Thank
And
you,
I'm
honey.
glad I had you on the show. We're going to take
Okay.
her down.
Bye.
There we go. So I'm going to answer your questions. I know I need to answer some questions because people that are coming into the show have no idea what's happening or what happened. So let me give you my background of who I am. Okay. You're saying, who is this person? How is he able to do this? So now you're going to have a busting of the matrix experience. When I was a kid, I came here from off planet, from Mars. I volunteered to come to Earth. I was a adult mature human. When I came here, I was a baby, like any other baby. So you would call that a star seed. What's a star seed? So a star seed is somebody who comes from the stars, from another planetary system or world. I came here and I didn't remember a lot of stuff because we forget. When we're babies, we don't remember everything. As I grew older, I had experiences. All right. I had positive experiences, many what you call UFO sightings or spaceships over the years. In my adult life, I've had many experiences that I found. One year, I was doing a reggae show, and I had interest in the UFO thing because I had a massive sighting of a ship that was 2 football fields in length in a place called Naugatuck, Connecticut, in the early 90s or late 80s or something like that, or the mid 80s. And I went outside, and this huge spaceship was there above above a condo complex, and then beyond it was woods. But I had many, many sightings over the years, and I've been activated. I remembered where I came from. I came from Mars. Then I became more activated, and this last year, I became downloaded with information, and I was activated with the Ashtar Command, which are the positive space people, to assist people. So not only do I interview people about UFO sightings and about their encounters, or about the mer people, about the fairies, about the positive space people, star beings, all that stuff. That's what I do here. But I do more than that. The last 8 months, I've actually been activated to send spaceships over to locations anywhere in the world, and space people of our medical team will go into that person's home, and we will take the implants out. We will stop the abductions from happening. I've been involved in that. So this show is not just your nuts and bolt UFO show. This show is way more than that. And if you get to watch my show, you'll get used to it. All my shows are on my YouTube channel, Ashtar Command Spaceship News. So you're going to want to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you have been supportive and watched what I did tonight, your support by donating to my Venmo account on my main page, I have a link. Your donations, if you say it's Commander, this is phenomenal. Little bits of support on my Venmo account would be very nice. And also your gifts on TikTok here. If you support the work I'm doing, I'm committed to the stuff I do here. And, I think it's, again, if you don't have any monetary ability to support what I'm doing, that's fine. But for those that have been blessed with a little bit or a lot, please show your support for my program, what I do, either by TikTok gifts, or you can go to my Venmo link, which is there on my main page. And yes, I am. Am I married? Yes. Happily married. I am definitely married for sure. Yeah, so we need to. I did take out a few people that were doing things that were not right. I want to say that if someone comes in here and is just coming here solely to mock people or to be a little bit ridiculous, I will block you. So that will stop. If you come here joking around about people when they're having really bad things happen, you will be blocked. So straighten up, get with the ticket, or I will block you. If you think you're being funny, it's not a joke. When I have people on that need help, I help them. And even if you think, oh, this is a little bit funny, I'm going to joke around, I'm just kidding. No, that's an excuse. We don't do that here. Never. So I appreciate everybody being here. It's getting late. I'll try to be on again. Hey, Rob. Okay, are humans on Mars? Yes, absolutely. And Rob was a guest on our show the other night. Rob in Australia. Good to see you there. There's about 10 to 15 million inhabitants on Mars. They are human, and they also are Christed beings of light. Missy's sleeping, so I don't want to wake her up because I want to go to sleep, and that the last thing I want to do is wake her up. I'll try to get her on some other time. Help Missy? Who's Missy? How do you help people? Terry Robinson. So Terry, good question. I was activated over 8 months ago by my family of the Ashtar Command. I've been activated to send spaceships over to a location. So let's say somebody's in the Netherlands and they're having abduction problems with negative ETs. I can send a ship to their location. I can choose to send a number of space people off the ship, and then we deal with the negative ETs. We go after them, and then we take out the implants. I don't take the implants out at all. The medical team of the command takes the implants out. No. Leanne, I think Lena, Linnea, no, she's not. Can the space people be seen on camera? If they choose to. But for the purpose of the show, if they're with a person they're helping, they can choose before they leave that person's home to uncloak and let them see them. Oh, you're Missy. So Missy, what's happening with you? I have a dog named Missy. I have a cat named Missy. What did I say? A dog. I have a beautiful cat named Missy, who's a ragdoll cat. But I know you're not a ragdoll cat, and you're really a human. So you're Missy, okay. And Missy, what's happening to you? There's two different Missies here. So when someone told me Missy needs help, which Missy needs the help? I am looking at the comments here. Yeah, Regette, I was thinking of my cat. Wow, I'm getting a lot of people. So for me, energetically, just what I did tonight took a lot of work. Tomorrow night, I will agree to help Missy. Maybe tonight I will. And it's actually kind of late. I was abducted in 2013, and they have been abusing me ever since. Oh, man. Um, Let me think about this for a minute. Okay, Missy, Melissa. Melissa, we're going to bring you up. Give me a second. This is going to be the last person, and I'm getting a lot of requests for help. We're going to have to slow that down for a little bit. Missy, welcome to Encounters.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, you're welcome. And whereabouts are you?
I'm in Hagerstown, Maryland.
Okay. And evidently you've been abducted by negative ETs?
Yes,
How many years has that been going on for?
since 2013.
Okay. All right. And can you tell me what they look like?
I've never seen them, only felt them and heard them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're going to be my last person tonight because I did a lot of work with Lorena out in Nevada. So we are going to work real quickly with you, and I can do this really very much so. So I want you to take a deep breath. I want you to breathe in and breathe out about 3 or 4 times. And just keep breathing in and out until you feel relaxed through your nostrils. And I would ask people who are watching this, please help support what I do here. It's a lot of work, and your support means a lot. So if you can do gifting or go to my Venmo app, $5 or $10 donations would be great. I really appreciate it. On my main profile page. Tell me when you're relaxed.
I'm relaxed.
Okay, good. So we're going to send a ship over your location in Maryland that will be cloaked about 30,000 feet above your location, not be detected by military radar or Earth-based radar systems. Give me a moment. And we're going to send 10 Ashtar Command people. 5 are medical. The other 5 are not medical. They're going to scan your area where you are in Maryland. They are cloaked, so nobody will be able to see them.
Okay.
Okay. The 5 medical people already in your house. They're going to come close to where you are. You're going to feel an energy shift in your room in a minute. When you start feeling the energy shift, let me know, please.
I feel like it's hard to breathe a little bit.
Okay, well, so it's been like that. They're going to definitely take care of that situation. The other 2 of the other 5 that are not medical are scanning your room. Do you have a basement?
Yes.
Okay, they're going to go into your basement first. They feel that there's the negative ETs have been using your basement as a point of entry. They're going to go in there and clean, sweep that area of your basement, and then they're going to work their way up into every room in your house. They're going to take any residual energies that are stuck to your walls or whatever. They're cleaning, sweeping the whole house first. You're going to
Okay.
see the energy shift. So you're going to be able to breathe better. But the most important thing they're going to do is find out where the implants are in your body. So
Okay.
right now, There's 3 of them. Actually, the 5 medical people are all coming over to you. The other 5 are working around the house, so they'll be doing the other thing. The medical people, one of which is going to do, again, the neck area. One is going to do the scanning your body for implants. They're scanning your whole physical body, the etheric levels of your body, and they found a few implants in you. That's why you've been attacked by these negative ETs, because with the implants, they're able to monitor where you are.
Yes.
Okay. They're going to go now start to work with you. As they start working on your body, you'll feel a warmth of energy that you haven't felt before. Just don't think, just clear your consciousness, relax. Tell me when you start feeling the warm energy around your body and around your head area. Relax. It's okay.
I feel it.
Okay, good. I want the medical team to work on her right now. You know what you're doing. I'm just here to help facilitate it from my remote area. The Ashtar Command people are about 7, 8 feet tall. And again, like I said, they are human beings. They're very beautiful people. They have a great deal of love, as I do. And they're going to assist you. They're going to work on you and take all the implants out of your body.
Okay.
Within minutes, you're going to start feeling better. Please help her with her breathing, because one of the things they implanted in you prevented you from being able to breathe properly. Please work on her breathing abilities and work on whatever they did to clog up her ability to breathe properly as a human being. Be still. You should start feeling a little bit better. They're working, 2 of them are working now on your brain, your physical head area, and your neck area, where your breathing area is. They are working on that area to allow you to be able to breathe more easily.
I can breathe easier now.
Good. Your implants aren't as bad as what happened to Lorena, my last guest, but they are getting all the implants out of your body right now.
Will they still be able to contact me after they're out?
Yes. No, you mean the negative ETs? No. Once they take the implants out, we're going to put a protection around your location. They'll never be able, they're going to go after the negative ETs that are bothering you. We're going to get the negative ETs that have been bothering you, abducting you, and harassing you. They're going to be dealt with. And matter of fact, they're going to be afraid of what's happening. The Ashtar Command is one thing that the negative ETs do not want to mess around with. They are afraid of the Ashtar Command. Because the Ashtar Command has way more power than these ETs do, and we will get them, we will quarantine them, and they will never be able to abduct anybody, including you, ever again. They're going to be stopped tonight.
I had a headache, but now it's starting to go away.
Yeah, they're taking an implant out of your brain. These ETs put some sort of an implant in your brain area. They're taking it out. Once it's taken out, you will have no more headaches, no more pain, nothing. And just to let people know, I'm really amped up here. I'm working in my Ashtar Command consciousness now. I'm working in my space consciousness, not just as a talk show host. So, I look the same, but my consciousness shifted when I started helping Lorena. Now I'm helping Missy, and then I'm going to go to sleep. How are you feeling?
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Good, good. They're going to stay with you. They're telling me till Friday of Earth time. So they'll stay with you till Friday on Earth time because they don't. My space family people, they don't come from a time frame. On off planet, there is no time. There's time on Earth. They understand that they're going to be with you till Friday of your Earth time, and they will be working with you. There's going to be if there's going to be invisible devices set up in the basement all the way around your inner parts of your house that are going to be protection devices, and they will make sure that no negative ET groups can come near your particular location.
Okay.
They're doing that. That's the other five. The other five of the space people are taking care of that now, while the medical people work with you. Also, there's going to be a dome, a big dome, invisible dome around your house that will prevent any negative ETs from coming near you. Your body is now going to be protected. This is a new thing for me. They have it's not a suit, but it's an invisible shield that is around your body, and you'll start feeling it. It'll be very comfortable, but it also is a force field that will protect you from any ETs interfering in your physical environment too, as well, wherever you go.
They've been numbing me for the past 3 years.
Mm-hmm. Well, they won't be numbing you anymore after we're done. Those negative ETs are going to be upset that we actually took care of the situation and actually took all the implants out. They're going to have a problem. So they can be upset, but we're going to go after them and we're going to stop them tonight. That's what we do here.
Okay.
And just let go of all your fear as SML Lake. Hey, SML Lake. Just let go of all your, hey, Jordan. Let go, hey, Gary. Let go of all the fear you had now. I want you to say, I am no longer going to live in fear.
I'm no longer going to live in the fear.
I am a Christed being of light.
I am a Christ being of light.
You negative ETs, you can never ever come back to me ever again.
These negative ETs will never come back to me again.
Because I am a Christed being of light.
Because I am a Christ being of light.
There you go. All right, Missy, how do you feel?
I feel good.
Okay? And you're going to feel good forever. I want to thank you for coming up here. The command's going to stay with you until Friday, so I'm not too concerned because you're in good hands with the Ashtar Command. And you're a blessing. We love you. And I just hope you have a beautiful night. You're going to have beautiful dreams. You're not going to have any negative dreams or negative contacts ever again.
Thank you so much, Kinder.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. You're loved there, Missy. We appreciate you. Okay.
All right.
And you can cry. Let it all out. You've been suffering enough for 3 years. Let it all out. Okay?
Okay.
All right. I'm going to let you down.
Okay.
I'm going to do this here. You know, it's a beautiful thing to help people. You have to understand, no matter how popular this show is, I'm still who I am. I always will be who I am. There's no ego here. You know, I don't change who I am. I came here for a purpose. I came here to liberate the planet. And if that means sending spaceships over to help people that have been abducted, we're going to go after the negative ETs. And the negative ETs don't fool around with me whatsoever because I am powerful. Now, when I use the word powerful, I say that in a different definition than on Earth. Like you have powerful leaders of a country. I'm not talking about that definition of powerful like I'm a president of the United States or a prime minister. No, not that powerful. The power that I have is the love in my heart. The power that's been given to me by the command is the ability to help people by sending our spaceships over and bringing the space people energetically. Yes, I'm energetically powerful. That's exactly what I mean. There's no ego here. You know, this show is really popular because of the fact that I do what I do, and I just I don't wear a suit and a tie. I don't. First of all, I never want to wear a suit and a tie anyway. Doing a show, I never do. On the radio show, I always will be who I am. You'll never see me change in the street versus the person you see here versus being in a restaurant. I will always be that same person. So when I say I talk to walk, I walk the walk and I talk the talk, I do walk the walk. Thank you so much, Red Jen. Like I said, I'll say it again. I don't have any neon lights. I don't have big microphones here in a nice studio. That's all image. I'm not about image. I'm about real. I'm about doing things that are real. And it's very important, Julie, thank you. Thank you for your gifts. I think La Lad K29. Well, if you're watching this show, La Lad 29, you're not alone. Watch my show at 11 o'clock at night. You'll never be alone. We have a lot of great people in the audience from all over the world. You'll never be alone. All right, folks, it's time for me to call it a night here. And I want to thank you all for watching. This show is being recorded. I'll have it on my YouTube channel. If you want to watch any of my past shows, my YouTube channel is Ashtar Command Spaceship News. Missy, you're very welcome, Missy. And I'm going to get some needed rest after doing really a lot of work tonight, Yeah. And I'm going to do a clearing of energy, which I do every night after the show. You don't know this, folks. When I go off the show, I have Ashtar Command people here with me, and we do a clearing of energy in the building. And also we, because I attract a lot of beings here, and we have them cross over. AK, good to see you, and everybody else. So I do a closing. I have the angelic beings and the command help those needing to pass over. They go through the portal. I close the portal here, and then I go to sleep. So there's a few things I do after I go off the show, and we amp up the energy in the building really high up. So I'm a little bit tired, so I want to thank you all for being here watching the show. It's late. Thanks for being with us. We'll be on tomorrow night at 11 on the #1 spiritual UFO talk show, Encounters. Everybody have a great day tomorrow. Be well. Take care of yourselves. Love each other and share the light wherever you go. Oops.